And here we go. We are live. Friday afternoon, Friday night tour championship. Let me get the stream running on Twitter and bang. Here we go. Let's talk about the first 36 holes. 36 holes, not 36 hoes. 36 hoes. We'll talk shadow leaderboard. We'll talk real leaderboard. We'll talk I need a haircut. And yeah, let's get into it. We have Colin Morikawa and Victor Hovland leading the way at 16 under. Colin Morikawa is also leading the shadow leaderboard by 5 strokes over Keegan Bradley at 15 under. Is it 15 under or 16 under? Let me pull that shadow leaderboard up for you guys so we can really dive into this because I think it's 15 under. Get on my phone. But in the meantime, Colin Morikawa and Victor Hovland are tied. Victor Hovland made so many birdies on that back nine. It looked like that BMW back nine. So that was really interesting to see after that slow Thursday round of golf. And he bounced back and was like, yeah, I'm still riding this heater. I'm still Victor Hovland. Yes, it's 15 under, 5 strokes above Keegan Bradley at 10 under. So we'll get to the shadow leaderboard soon. I just want to finish the Victor Hovland thing. So Victor Hovland, 68, 64, and his stat profile is very weird to look at, and we'll dive into it. He's first in the field off the tee, which is okay. Yeah, that checks out. He's losing strokes on approach, and I don't know how we want to quantify him losing strokes on approach and just the rest of the field losing strokes or gaining strokes on approach because it is a 30-man field and there's different circumstances for every spot on the leaderboard. But going off of this losing strokes on approach, on the first top five, so we have Victor Hovland, Colin Morikawa, Scotty Scheffler, Keegan Bradley, Xander Schauffele. Victor Hovland, Scotty Scheffler, and Keegan Bradley are all losing strokes on approach. So Scotty is losing 0.3. I know it's small. And Keegan significantly losing. Not really. 0.7. I don't know. So Scotty ranks 13th in the field on approach out of 30 guys, and it's still negative, which is weird to think about. I don't really know how that makes sense. That is a question for Rick Gaiman. How is Scotty Scheffler losing strokes to the field on approach, but he ranks 13th on approach? I'm going to tweet this right now. So bear with me while I tweet this. Okay. Quote tweet. How is Scotty Scheffler 13th in this field on approach, but losing strokes to the field? Math question. This is bad podcasting, but math question at Rick Rungood. Yeah, let's look at Scotty Scheffler's ball striking. What plus 1.62 off the tee, minus 0.3. This is so weird. I'm now baffled. How is Scotty Scheffler 13th in the field on approach, but losing strokes to the field? Math. Okay, it's tweeted. Here we go. Okay, so let's talk about the rest of the leaderboard. Colin Morikawa, Scotty Scheffler, Keegan Bradley, and Xander Schauffele bring in that top 5 with Jon Rahm also tied for 12th. And we'll go to the bets when we get there. Jon Rahm, he kind of bounced back today after what's been a slow month of golf for Jon Rahm. And his off the tee stuff was really bad, but he kind of bounced back, gaining half a stroke to the field, ranks 12th in the field, and he's crushing the ball on approach. That's good to see. He putted really well today. Let's see where he putted today. Okay, 0.38, 11th in putting, 15th yesterday, but he's gaining strokes to the field putting. And I was clowning the Team Euro yesterday and the past 2 weeks, but look, Victor Hovland, Jon Rahm, Turtle Hatton, Matt Fitz, Rory McIlroy, all in the top 10, all Team Euro staples, all playing great golf. And Rory McIlroy, we'll talk about him now. His back didn't look great yesterday, didn't even look great today, but him being 3rd in the field off the tee is both impressive and talent. It just shows how talented Rory McIlroy is. He talked about how he's struggling with the right to left shot, but he's hitting the ball good left to right, meaning he can hit a fade easily, but he can't get through it and turn the ball over right to left. So What does that mean for Rory McIlroy going forward? What does that mean for Rory McIlroy at Eastlake? 70, 67 today. He is well in the mix. He's 6 strokes back from Victor Hovland. And let's think of Victor Hovland's wins. Well, at least this year. Memorial and BMW last week both have been from behind. So how is Victor Hovland? I'm not going to say Victor Hovland can't win with the lead, but how is Victor Hovland going to handle a 36-hole lead in with these names around him and next to on the leaderboard? That's something we'll have to see. And usually I like to pick one of these guys at the top and sprinkle a little bit on him for just the weekend sweat, but I'm not going to do it. So we'll talk about our first bet of the weekend. So we'll go down the leaderboard. I'll pull it up too once I get his name up. He is currently sitting T8, and that is Tyrrell Hatton. T8, second in this field on ball striking. Second in this field of strokes gained ball striking. First off the tee, second on approach, and he's sitting a few strokes outside of the top 5. He's sitting currently 3 strokes outside of the top 5. Very well can make that up over 3 days of golf. And he has, in his only trip to Eastlake, he finished, I believe, 7th. So Tyrrell Hatton likes his course, and he's performing well again. So him to finish inside the T5 is 5-1. I think that is a great number on a guy who's second in the field in ball striking. So Tyrrell Hatton, 5-1. I think that is the first bet we were going to make on this Friday show. Let's talk about Collin Morikawa a little bit. So Collin Morikawa is smoking the field in the shadow leaderboard. He's 15 under in 2 rounds of golf, 5 above Keegan Bradley for the best round of the tournament thus far. And not that this was out of nowhere for Collin Morikawa, but it's just been so like blah. It's been like he'd have those pop rounds, he'd have those few pop weeks on approach, but he hasn't really put it together. And this is the best we've seen him since, literally Sony Tournament of Champion in January. So I would like to see Collin do well, especially with the Ryder Cup around the corner, but I'm obviously rooting against him because we have 65-1 Keegan Bradley to have the low 72-hole score, and he is currently in solo second. I know it's 5 shots back, but Collin Morikawa he's given it up once before. He can definitely give it up again. And I will be a little bit upset if Collin Morikawa does win this 72-hole low score because I bet him outright last week, and I bet him to win the win in this format last year at this event. So I bet him last year and I bet him last week. Had him last week. Hashtag had him last week at RS Kellogg. Had him. So it sucks. But like to see Collin doing well. I am not backing down with my Team USA will win the Ryder Cup narrative and take. So let's hope Collin Morikawa keeps up the good play. We'll talk about our second bet. Let me pull up the leaderboard once again. And it's going to be another top 5 play. And it's going to be on our guy. He's been playing great golf, Russell Henley. He does his best work when the lights are off of Russell Henley. So Russell Henley is ball striking very well. 13th off the tee, 7th on approach. Let me circle back. I just said Russell Henley is ball striking very well. I sound like I don't know ball. So I'm very self-aware that was a mispronunciation. I'm a little teed up. So don't worry, I know ball. So yeah, Russell Henley, 16-1 to finish inside the top 5. And he's what, 6 strokes back to the top 5. Jon Rahm is 12 under. No, Jon Rahm is, 12 under T5. Russell Henley is 5 strokes back. Okay. So can he do it? Yeah. When the cameras are off Russell Henley, he plays his best golf. As soon as the cameras got on him, and we see this year in, year out with Russell Henley, he chokes when the pressure comes on. He kind of played bad. He was 3 under through 7 today, and then, he's on the coverage, and here we go. Finishes fairly poorly. So Russell Henley, he's going to be playing with no pressure tomorrow. He has literally nothing to lose. So he could definitely take it super low. Southeastern Bermuda, I loved him going in. I still love him now. Hitting the ball well, find some strokes in the putting green. Russell Henley, 16-1 to finish inside the top 5. So those are 2 bets, 2 top 5s. Russ Henley, 16, and Tyrrell Hatton, 5-1 to finish inside the top 5. Let's talk about who I think is going to win this golf tournament. We have Collin and Victor leading the way with a guy by the name of Scotty Scheffler, just 2 strokes back. And I talked about on Monday, go back and watch my Monday DFS shows. Scotty has not performed well I mean, he hasn't performed badly, but if you have to nitpick Scotty in some way. He's the best golfer in the world, yes. But look back at his recent results this year. Colonial, Byron Nelson, even last week at the BMW. Playing with the lead is not really his forte. And he won with 54, 36 hole leads, but he's lost some golf tournaments with the lead and looked poorly. So now he doesn't have the lead. Now he can free ball it. He hit the ball probably as bad as he's hit it over 36 holes in 2 days and still playing decent golf. He's still, 4 under after 2 days, which isn't really amazing, but it's still decent. Now he's chasing a little bit. Victor, like I said, has only won this year from behind on Sunday, and Colin hasn't been in this spot since January. Scotty's chasing. I don't mind him. Let's see what his live odds are. I don't know if I'm going to make this a little sprinkle, but Scotty Scheffler, I think, is my pick to win. I think it's about plus 250 right now. Scotty is 3-1. So Scotty 3-1 in a spot that I like him better at. We saw him, what was he? Plus 150 to start the week. You're getting better value, and I like the spot better. So Scotty Scheffler 3-1 to win this golf tournament. Russell Henley 16-1 to finish inside the top 5, and Tyrrell Hatton 5-1 to finish inside the top 5. I'm pretty sure that will make you money. So enjoyed the season, enjoyed the content. I know it's been a little bit slow the last few weeks, but we're gearing back up a week and a half for Fortinet. I cannot wait for the next. Honestly, this fall is going to be whatever, but come 2024 TOC, we are going to do amazing things. Shout out Don Broco. Let's do it. You guys know where to find me. Catch you guys on Monday. No, next Monday. Peace out.